that demand for homes. So, answering your question, it's the right place. The jobs will come, high-tech jobs, people relocating, either with Boeing or support, who will all benefit from the growth.
Is there any of this tax leverage?
There's not. We've looked at. We're interested in what you do. I mean, we've looked at tax increment financing. We've looked at community development districts. We haven't put any of those in place. We're just examining. And those are just financing vehicles to help pay for the infrastructure. So, but nothing done yet. We're just looking at it.
How soon did you say that new exit 197 was going to be finished?
End of 15. That's what we're being told, the end of 15.
Yeah, and just one of the things, that when you looked at the school being opened in 2014,
right.
The school would be accessed from Frontage Road back to the school. There'd be kind of one way in, one way out.
I'm just thinking about all this traffic getting off at 199 for the businesses.
Well,
you know,
as Frank said,
the other exit.
The parkway is going to take a lot of traffic. Should take a lot of traffic off 170, you know, feeding from 176 and take a lot off 17A. So this is projected.
I'm saying getting off that exit.
199, just about not getting off.
They just don't want to talk.
My question was a library
I have
question.
2 questions.
Oh, okay.
One for you and one
She
for
asked.
Are you
Frank.
feeling all right?
Regarding there's a lot of left turns that come out of the pilot that are very close calls, a lot of accidents. Is there anything thought about as far as a guardrail at that point to stop the left turns?
There's nothing we can do on 17A without the approval of South Carolina Department of Transportation. Frank's hands are tied.
Okay.
It's a state road.
The other question, with the county's help, today there's no ordinance about parking on the sidewalk. You can come over to your brand new facility, park all over the sidewalk, and not get a ticket. Maybe with your help, you can go to the county and get an ordinance to stop you from parking on the sidewalk.
Well, I hadn't thought of that. I just haven't experienced on it.
Drive through any of the new subdivisions, off the street, Thompson Ridge, people park all over the sidewalk and don't really care. And it can't be enforced either.
I guess when they get to that point, I think we've given them a lot to think about, maybe some additional, ideas to add to their project to send out inquiries about or whatever. But what everybody needs to understand is that this is a long-term project. It's not going to happen tomorrow or next week, not even, this year. But, as time goes by, they're going to, do, like they said, phase 1, phase 3, phase 2, whatever. And as they do those pieces, then they will make sure that other things are in place. I think you guys have come up with some good ideas, some things for them to think about, and make sure that it's not their responsibility and that the right people are notified or told that, hey, we need to look into these things. But when, that it's long term, it's long range, libraries, I think that's a good idea for them to put into, their list, but it's not like, an overriding feature like we got to make sure we got that done. So, we don't want to hold them all night. We still have a public meeting to do. So let's try and wrap it up.
We got one more.
Okay.
What in your guys' eyes can y'all say this is going to do to Sangaree property values? Is it going to lower property values, or is it going to have to bring it up?
Hopefully, increase it.
Increase.
I'm
thinking
You got us between a rock and a hard place. We can't speak to property values, but I think everyone in this room knows that it's not going to hurt your property values. Now, whether it increases them X-fold, we don't know.
You don't want nothing to lower it.
You're not going to be disappointed.
I don't want mine to increase and more taxes.
What we as residents need to do is to focus on where we can make improvements in Sangaree and get those improvements pushed through, get them taken care of to make, I don't want to say ours and theirs, because they've already said the door is open, we're all one big community, but we need to come up with ideas and things where we need improvement and make sure that we are at their level, the level of project building, that that's why I said, you know, if we could get that arm, you know, those traffic lights, the same kind down, one thing further, then it kind of makes it look like we're, you know, we're all looking good. You know,
We're included.
but that's a discussion for Sangaree, not these gentlemen. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all can use our duck pond.
Come to the meeting.
Taking our ducks.
We got all kinds of geese, we gotta keep from.
Yeah, come to the meetings and let's discuss improving Sangaree.
We've got one fellow against the wall here that, in the gray t-shirt.
When I first learned about the development, it seemed like it was real big about sustainability. And you guys, I think the Marriott was supposed to be a LEED certified building. And I guess maybe could you speak towards that as far as the other office space and even the homes? Are they all supposed to be geared towards being sustainable? And is that still the plan? And also, is there a model that you guys have that you're using? Because I know you guys haven't developed property in a long time, Mead Westvaco. So is there a model of some other community that you guys have been using, or are you guys kind of just forging ahead with a whole new, into the future, I guess to say, with a brand new way of building and things like that?
Those are good questions. The leadership and energy, you know, design, environmental energy design, very important to us. I'm LEED AP accredited, and two fellows that I work with are LEED AP accredited. That's about a 13-month process. We're serious about it. Mead Westvaco, MWV, at a corporate level and locally, we have a very strong sustainability message. The trees we take down, for example, they go to the mill. What is left, you're seeing being ground up right now. That material is not going to be burned or sent to a landfill. The credit union just went, and it's going to be used for landscaping and things like that, and creating mulch and topsoil. The credit union that just came down. I'm happy when the numbers come in to share with your HOA, the numbers that the amount of concrete and glass. I mean, 3,000 pounds of glass was saved from going to a landfill and reused. Habitat for Humanity, they were the first folks in there. We believe in this message. We're not just talking the talk, we're walking the talk, okay? So we're very serious about it, and yes, to speak to the Courtyard Marriott, it's a LEED silver. And it goes LEED, you know, just standard LEED silver, gold, and then platinum is what it is. Our office building, 100,000 square foot, 4-story, Class A, gorgeous building. It's going to be drop dead gorgeous at night. You may get into an accident just looking at it while you're driving. It's LEED gold. It's LEED gold. So we're very, very serious about sustainability. And no, we don't have another, that I know of, another community that we're emulating. But we're not shooting from the hip either. These are well thought out processes that we're formulating. And you're right. CDLM, Community Development and Land Management, a newly formed division of MWV, what, 6 years ago? I mean, we're the newest division of a company that's 100+ years old. But we're going to take what we're given from the forestry folks who have, you know, grown trees, harvest them, regrown, reharvested, regrown, etc., giving back to the community. We're going to take that asset and be good stewards of it. You've got our commitment and everybody else in our office to make that happen. So those are very good questions, and I appreciate the opportunity to tell you folks about what we're doing.
One more question. You going to offer any type of public transportation, like the trolley service?
We're working on that, but it takes rooftops, it takes people. There's the, what is the bus that, yeah. That's just the start. We're working with them where as more people demand it, y'all, as more people demand it, we can bring those in, okay? We can entice them to come in because it makes sense financially for them to have that. And it adds to our LEED accreditation, you know, when it's our LEED certification when it's in the end. Those are points that we can garnish because we're working to provide mass transportation. I mean, John and I have lived in big cities, well, Atlanta and down in big cities in Florida and in North Carolina, and we see the value of that. We're creating a destination Nexton won't be a big city like Atlanta, don't get me wrong, and somebody don't write that down, please. Bill said Nexton's the next Atlanta, please don't do that. We're gonna be responsible in what we provide. Everything we're doing is walkable. I mean, there's gobs and gobs of walkways. I mean, Frank will tell you, there's sidewalks everywhere, you know? Anyway, we're very serious about public transportation, about getting on your bicycle. We've got roads that have bicycle lanes, you know? I mean, we're really promoting this to make this very, very user-friendly, other than somebody jumping in your car, like over at the Target Center, and you park it at Target, and then you want to go down and get your hair done, you jump in your car and you drive down, and then you drive in your car and you go get a nail place, and then you go over to, somewhere else. It ain't gonna be that way. You're gonna park, you're gonna stop, you're gonna walk around, you're gonna enjoy it, you're gonna get coffee at Danish, you're gonna get your nails done, you're gonna pick up your dry cleaning, you're gonna go to the restaurant.
I like that.
On and on and on.
Yeah, I like that.
Shut up. Yes, sir.
First of all, I'd like to thank both of you for coming out tonight and explaining to us. But will I get to thank you a year from now, or 3 years, or 5 years, or will we going to see new faces next time we have a meeting?
No, you see the same faces.
You're stuck with us. We're not going anywhere.
Well, we want to be stuck with you. If you're the ones that are telling us this tonight, then we want to be stuck with you a year from now, or 3 or 5 years from now, hearing where we are.
Yeah. No, Lord willing, we'll be here. I appreciate the question, and we've met with, on the other side of Rose Drive, Carriage Lane residents. We've been to 3 of their homeowners association meetings. Tramway, we've been to 2 of their homeowners association meetings, just bringing them up to speed and trying to be a good neighbor. We're happy to do it as often as you like. Probably what might be appropriate is every 3 or 6 months to come back. We're happy to do that. And we can do that through the build out of the community. We want good neighbors, and so we'll be available. And it will be the same faces.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, we're still both very young. We have a long way to go.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and continue on with our regular public meeting we have for the Sangaree Special Tax District Advisory Commission. And these guys have gone way over.
Thank you.
So we're going to take a short break. Everybody get a chance to stretch. And if you guys want to hang around for the tax district.
Do they have a lot of sidewalks there?
I appreciate it very much.
Tell me. They will.